Hey everyone, so I think just about now everyone has probably seen the movie Get Out. And so I was looking through some YouTube videos, and I ran across this um first a video just talking about how the actor and rapper, whatever, Kanye West, and how he's been um, kind of hypnotized in the same way that the gentleman in the movie Get Out, and how he is in the sunken place. We all know how he had that giant outburst and ended up in the hospital, and they said he had a mental breakdown, whatever. I'm not really into too much of the whole mainstream reality shows and stuff like that. So I did enjoy, some Kanye West songs back in the day, but, before his descent into the Kardashian hell storm. So my interest wasn't really too much about Kanye West, but my interest was very much into this whole mind control thing. And I vaguely remember hearing about the CIA having some kind of mind control thing, but again, it's not something that I pay great attention to. But then, I realized when I was sitting here, I'm like, white supremacist terrorism, there's no limitation to what they'll do. Okay, we can look at, just slavery and realize that there is no limit to the demonic things that these white supremacist terrorists will do. They will kill people. There's genocide. They'll poison. There is no limit. And then I started thinking about, with the religion and Christianity and the rituals that it is in Christianity. I remember growing up as a child and being really indoctrinated into the Christian religion and the Bible. The Bible I never believed in. I've read, parts of it. I've read most of it. I've heard sermons. I've been, really, my mom was really into the whole Bible and Jesus and stuff. Me and her got in numerous fights over it, and we didn't get along for quite some time just because I couldn't believe someone would try to force me to believe in something that I just didn't believe in. As a kid, I would think, okay, if God is supposed to be all powerful and all knowing and all this stuff, then wouldn't he come directly to me and put it on my heart or my mind or something that he exists? I wouldn't need to get it from a Bible. Or somebody else's mouth. If I would feel it myself. And then I remember thinking, in the Bible it talks about witchcraft and how evil it is, and there's parts that talk about not praying to any other idols. And then when you think about all these things that it says not to do, and when you're in church, you kneel in front of, especially in the Catholic Church. In the Christian churches, you do some kneeling and praying and stuff, but in the Catholic Church, there's always this giant statue of either the Virgin Mary or Jesus on a cross, and you kneel in front of it and you pray to it. So you're worshiping an idol that is not God. It's an outside entity that someone built. Okay, so I know you guys are wondering, like, what does this have to do with mind control? Okay, so here is where I think it goes with witchcraft and rituals, because when your baby is brand new and your baby is born, you are encouraged to bring your baby to church and do a ritual where they then promise your child's soul to this Jesus. Okay, that is one of the most powerful rituals. Okay, so we are doing rituals, we are doing witchcraft, I really believe that these churches do different kinds of mind control. If you really think about, you know, big religions, and you look at even with the those big polygamy relationships where they have the one guy that's supposed to be, I'm not too, it's the Mormon religion where you know, they have this guy and everybody follows him and thinks he's their direct connection to God. Well, you have to really be manipulating these people's brains. So there is a lot of mind manipulation, because we're told that all these things are conspiracy theories. We just want to believe that, and we dismiss all of it. And it's ridiculous, because one of the biggest conspiracy theories, and if you could see me, I'm doing the little quotations. My hair is not done, and I don't have makeup on, and I look a mess. So maybe you guys will see me tomorrow, but not right now. What was I saying? Now I'm trying to think what I was saying. The conspiracy theories. Oh yeah, one of the biggest conspiracy theories that it is right now is the chemtrails. The thing that gets me about these is you can type in chemtrails, and you can find reputable sites telling you the chemicals and you know, that it's truly real. It's there, and it's true. And the thing is, you can literally walk outside when it's sunny and see them spraying them, and you see them expand and cover the, you know, cover the sun. So even though people can see this for themselves, they still consider it a conspiracy theory. And that's because if the government or whoever is behind these chemtrails and stuff like that, whoever is, if they can get you to believe that they just don't exist and you're just crazy and all these people are just conspiracy theorists, and you know, there's no true there's no truth behind any of this, then they don't have to do anything about it. They don't have to stop it, and they can continue to poison us without any punishment or uproar from the people they're poisoning. So anyways, back to right now. There's the video about Kanye West and you know, him being, which is right here. Right here, it's just they're telling you, you know, some of the people that were hypnotized. And you know, there's Kanye West with his, and you know, he's so different. And they're saying that, you know, Tyga is in the sunken place. That's what we'll call it, the sunken place, because that's what they call it on Get Out. But if you guys watch my videos, you know that I did a video on Tyga and how he was literally being walked like a dog by Kylie Jenner. Disgusting. And it's like, I don't know this guy, honestly. I guess he's a rapper, but before then and even now, I have no idea who he is, but he looked very pathetic and very weak. And it's, if he's supposed to be, you know, some strong rapper with his own brain, and you're supposed to be, you know, you have some street cred, why are you being walked like a dog? But I guess, you know, if you're in the sunken place, then that will be why. And then they, you know, they talk about geez, I can't remember this guy's name, but anyway, Lamar Odom, and they talk about how, you know, this is that family that he's in the sunken place. And it's really sad, because if you think about it, he really was struggling bad. And I think that the reason why they couldn't, when you do mind manipulation and stuff like that, he has an extreme addiction, and that is his father was addicted, so it is genetic and it is in his blood. So that is going to kind of override any hypnotists you can do. They're gonna struggle with each other, and one's gonna win. And I think for him, the drugs won, and that might be better. That might be a win for him, because with the whole mind control thing, drugs is in your mind. Like, seriously, I've seen some addictions that were quite insane. Okay, so then let's get back off of this, because I really was like, okay, well, let me look up. Actually, there's a little part that I am going to show you really quickly. I have to find out. I didn't watch that. I feel like I watched way more than I really did. But they talk about I can't remember his name. Okay, guys, I don't do drugs, but sometimes it feels like I do. But we're gonna listen to just a little part of this, and then we're gonna go back to this where they talk about the MKUltra and what it really is. But I'm kind of just getting into this with you guys, so I don't have. I watched a little of this, but I don't know what's really going on, and I like it to be raw and new. So I want you guys to watch it with me.
They put him on that level. They put him under that mind control. They needed a use for his ass, for Bruce Jenner. They needed a use for him. They needed to make money off of him, and they needed to push an agenda off of him. Understand what these satanic witches are doing, okay? Now, you also look at Black China, They're not just getting males, they're getting females as well. You see what I'm saying? Men and women of all races are not safe. When we're talking about the Hollywood elite, many people are under mind control, and even Roseanne says that herself. But I'm gonna let y'all check this out, man. Check out this video, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
All right, hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for another edition of Satanic Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and update you on the very disturbing...
Yeah, I'm going to skip part of it. I'm sorry if you guys want to watch it. I will leave the link in the description box. But the music is very, very irritating for me. I don't understand why they have it playing. A lot of videos and movies will have certain music to manipulate your emotions, and I don't like them for some reason. Everything in me goes against it, and I feel like I'm being manipulated, and I don't like it. But so I'll just give it a little teeny bit. Okay, I'll play it from here.
The entertainment industry is a sick, twisted, perverted, depraved, insert all the adjectives to describe horrible things here type of industry. Okay, so you need to get up to speed and educate yourself on the depravity and the sickness of Hollywood and the things that are going on. I'm going to touch on it a little bit in this video here for the new viewers, but there's a lot of information and I won't be able to cover it all in this video. So do your own due diligence, do your research, because the media is lying to you. And is that really a hard thing to believe, that the large media companies have an interest in lying to us? I hope not, because that is the reality that we face. So now this article came out. I'll go ahead and leave it linked up. Kanye West steps out with blonde hair after hospitalization. All right, so I'm going to talk about this in detail here. There's a lot that I can touch on with the Instagram post, and at the end of the video here, I'll go into that. But I know these type of videos draw in a lot of new listeners, so to my subscribers out there, just bear with me or fast forward a little bit in the video here, because I want to just cover this. This is clearly mind control, MKUltra, that's taking place, and Kanye West is a victim. And this article here clearly shows that he is surrounded by some sick, twisted people who have been putting him under this type of operation. But before I go ahead and show you the proof here, let's go ahead and set a little base here for the newbies. For those of you who don't know, what is MKUltra and why is it relevant? Well, I don't know if you remember Roseanne. She was an entertainer, a Hollywood actress, and she came out and said this about Hollywood, the entertainment industry. She said,
And it blows my mind, but that's the culture. It's a culture of fear for sure. You know, and it's a big culture of mind control too. MKUltra mind control rules in Hollywood. If you don't know, Google that, look into it.
Okay, so Hollywood.
Okay, so yay. I watched that part and then I thought, okay, well, let's look into this in MKUltra, because you know, with these white supremacist terrorist devils, they are always up to no good, and I think, you know, they will go to any means necessary to keep their white supremacist status, and if they get to steal the talent from Black people, why wouldn't they do it? If they can manipulate the minds of all these weak-minded idiots, why? And I'm not saying the weak-minded idiots as addressing the you know, these athletes and stuff. I'm saying just in mainstream America, and even, you know, globally, the idiocracy is just insane. And I'm talking on a political stance, like literally, we have Donald Trump as the president, so that doesn't look very smart. And if you hear some of the people, you know, that say, oh, I voted for him, none of what he's, I've had this, one of my, we're not really friends, we used to, we dated for a couple of months. He's an Indian guy from India, and he said, it was just a quick text. I texted him asking him if he heard about the Indian guy being shot in Kent, Washington, by a white supremacist devil. And he said, he said he hadn't heard of that, but something. But he texted me saying that he voted for Donald Trump, and with that you have to, you know, take the fact that he hates pretty much everyone. Oh, but he'll be good for the economy. Since when has uncertainty been good for the economy? Never. Okay, never. Nothing that Donald Trump ever can say or do is going to be good for the economy, because he's a loose cannon. And you can't, there's no certainty with a loose cannon. You never know what he's going to do. You don't know if you're going to go to war one day. You don't know if he's, you know, building walls everywhere or throwing people out of the country, who's coming, who's going, what's going on. That is not going to be good for the economy. That is going to be bad for the economy. So I'm just saying, like, the people are not smart, and there has to be a reason why. And maybe I'm pulling at strings, which I don't think that I am. But I mean, maybe, you know, some of this hypnosis and mind control is really going on. But so I did want to look more, you know, a little bit more into it, because you heard of, you know, mind control and stuff in the 60s and 70s, and the CIA has been up to no good since they have been established. You know, we all know that they put the crack cocaine out in the Black neighborhoods. They've admitted to doing that. They gave files and everything. So the FBI knows that, the government knows it, but nothing's done about it. They don't have to go in and compensate for the destruction that they caused in the Black community. But why I'm saying this, because I know it seems like a little off topic, but what I'm saying this is because we can't look at the government and say, oh, they would not do stuff like that. They wouldn't do that. They're there to protect us. They're there to have our backs. Well, if you look into what they've really been up to, they don't have our backs. They never were going to. They're disgusting white supremacist terrorists, and that's just who they are. And so because of that, I'm not gonna just disregard mind control. It's honestly already been proven that the CIA has been using mind control. They've tried to figure out any way that they can to manipulate. When you're trying to make sense of of the world and of life, and like why white people will be running stuff. There has to be something, some kind of mind control going on, some kind of poisoning in the food. And I think with that, there's a lot of different aspects. So there's not just one thing that's controlling every person. There's a lot of different things that are working with each other, and to poison your bodies and poison your brain and manipulate you, and to have you on drugs and have you in prison, and have black men chasing white women, even though, you know, it's shown, if they just do a little tiny research, that the chances of them, you know, getting charged with rape is very high. So we have all these things and all these facts and stuff that are thrown at us, but some people don't sit down and look at it and see, you know, how white supremacy is actually terrorizing you, because it's a lot of different ways. People will think, oh, well, they're not dropping bombs on us and they're not blowing up our schools. Oh, but they're terrorizing you on a way bigger level than that. Okay, but let's look at what this MKS project is. So right here is, it says Project MKUltra, one of the most shocking CIA programs of all times. So let's see what they have to say. I don't think there's no video, it looks like. So it looks like I'll be reading. When the extent of the U.S. government domestic spying program was revealed this past summer, many were surprised and outraged. How could a government which so prizes liberty of its citizens covertly collect data on its own people? Dun, dun, dun. I know I did that. Yet, sadly, this is not the first time Uncle Sam, without permission or notice, secretly gathered information on its people and wasn't even close to the greatest atrocity. For that, there are numerous other examples, such as when the government intentionally poisoned, look, let me start that all over so you guys can really hear what it's saying. Such as when our government intentionally poisoned certain alcohol supplies they knew people would drink, killing over 10,000 American citizens and sickening many thousands of others. I wonder what neighborhoods that alcohol was put in. I don't think we need to guess. I think we know that they put them in the black neighborhoods, because that's just what they do. They won't say it, though. They're not going to say where they put it or what neighborhoods or how or why, but they did. Despite this, the program continued for some time, though it was hotly debated in Congress when the death toll started rolling in. They don't care how many people they kill, because that's why I call them white supremacist terrorist devils, because they don't care. One other such interesting program was from 1953 to 1964, when the Central Intelligence Agency conducted dozens of experiments on effects of biological and chemical agents on American citizens without their knowledge. Oh, maybe something like when they gave smallpox to a bunch of black people, or when they gave them one of those STDs. I can't remember what STD it was. Syphilis. Yeah, they gave a bunch of black people syphilis. So this is your government. So when you think about mind control is different. No, this is what they're up to. Okay, they poison your food. They put in alcohol. They don't care how many people die or get sick. They inject you with diseases, and this is biological and chemical warfare. This is chemical and terrorism. It's disgusting. Okay, this convert test includes subjecting the unwitting objects to hallucinogenic drugs and other chemicals, among things. it is difficult to find official documents about this program. Of course not, because the CIA doesn't keep a bunch of documents. They're not going to have, you know, a S drive with all of the stuff that they do on it. That would be insane. Like, how is that secret? However, in the 1976 and 1977, the U.S. Senate conducted investigations on, and even held a joint committee hearing on Project MKUltra. Then published much of what was discovered. They didn't know, they're never going to publish most. You will not believe what they found. MKUltra's purpose. According to the hearing report, the project was intended to develop a capability in the covert use of biological and chemical materials. But they used it, they just gave it to black people, put it in black neighborhoods. That's what they did. They didn't go test it on rats or anything. No, they went to your neighborhoods, and this is why I don't understand when I see black people drinking Coca-Cola or strawberry sodas, or it's like, you can't trust that stuff. Like, why don't drink that stuff. I will not go and buy food in a poor neighborhood. And I'm not saying that to be snooty or nasty or anything, but I don't do it because I know that the food is going to be bad. I got a sandwich once in the South Seattle, and it was disgusting, and it was low grade everything, because that's what they do. So you have to know that if they're even with medical, even with, you know, going to a hospital or something. I'm not going to go to a hospital in a poor neighborhood, because that's where all your bad stuff is going to be. They just came out with this, admitted with numerous documentation that they were giving black children these MMR shots that they had scientific proof that it would give the male babies autism. So it's like, the stuff that they do, you can't put anything past them. Like, how are you going to purposely give a little black babies, and it was specifically black males, autism? They knew it. They had thousands of documents, and they didn't care. They still put it out there, and now the government knows. But are they finding those families and compensating them and saying, here, now we're going to take care of all your expensive? No, you don't hear it on Fox News. It's not in any mainstream media. It's stuff you have to look up and dig up yourself, and it shouldn't be. It should be published everywhere. But this is our government, so we cannot trust it. They're not doing mind control, because they do everything else. So yeah, I don't feel like reading all of this stuff right here. This is very, very upsetting, because I have a son, and you know, these shots and stuff are always pushed and pushed and pushed on them, and you have to have some kind of trust. Oh, and this is I was skipping it, but this just caught my eye, that hospitals participated in this project. Like, this is disgusting. So when I call these people, I don't want to read this anymore, but these are devils. Many of the experiments conducted at the 3 prisons were done secretly, so they're see the demonry, the nasty, devilish mentality of these disgusting, evil, albinoid terrorist devils is just horrible. So this is stuff that they're telling you that they did. Okay? They do no accountability. That's just what I'm saying right here. They have no accountability, because if admit, even use. I told you that the CIA admitted to putting drugs out in the streets, and you can look that up. I haven't. It's not even a secret anymore. It is out there and known that the CIA put drugs in black neighborhoods. It is known that they injected these black men with syphilis. They put, you know, poison in these drinks and tested on prisoners. They're doing all of this stuff. So why do anyone question whether these are disgusting, evil terrorists? I don't want to hear they're not all that way, because a majority enough to be this destructive are that way. And that's what matters, because this is horrible. I did not expect to find this, honestly, and this is why I like to read the stuff with you guys, so you guys can just truly see how I feel. I thought that I was going to go on this and they're going to talk about some mind control. I did not think that they were going to talk about what they just did, and this is horrible and just, it's devastating and it's shocking, and I need some time to take it in. I will probably come back on here and read some of this, but I can't do it right now. This is just disgusting. So if we think that these disgusting, evil, albinoid terrorist devils will not use mind control, we would have to be delusional in order to think that. And I know that everyone wants to think, oh, you know, but I wouldn't be susceptible. There is a thing called hypnosis. There's hypnotherapy. I was going to do it. I was going to go under hypnosis therapy because I have PTSD and, you know, some really bad depression and some other stuff that I haven't talked about, and I might do a video on that one day and go more in depth in it, but I'm not going to right now. But I just want you guys to know that they have hypnotherapy. So if they have hypnotherapy, they're telling you that they have the ability to go into your brain and mess around with stuff. And I was going to do it, and I was for doing it because I was at a really, 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 really bottom part in my life, and my mom was super against it, and my sister Cynthia was super against it, just because they're like, you don't know these people, you're letting people mess inside your head. And but know that this exists and your insurance pays for it. So when we look at mind control, that is exactly what that is. Hypnosis is mind control. If they're going to go into my head and you know, try to get rid of this PTSD, then they can definitely go into your head and implant other things. Okay, so this exists, and this is something that we really need to be aware of. Again, I feel like, you know, with this religion in our way, it's really blocking us from our true spiritual powers and our connection with the universe. I know that I'm connected with the universe. I feel it. It gives me the most grounded, like, it makes me feel like I have more control over my life, and that I have power, and that as long as the world is very powerful, the universe, the ocean, the sun, the moon, and we don't have our connection with the universe, and we need to get that back, because as soon as we can dump this disgusting religion, because it is horrible for us, we need to stop doing these rituals where we're dedicating our child's souls. Like, think about what kind of ritual that is. Okay, so they have you performing demonic rituals on your child, dedicating your child to a white god. Like, what is that? The same person, the same creatures that spend their entire existence trying to destroy everything you are. Okay, so we need to drop that and let that go. We gotta cut ties, and it's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to cut ties to that. And that's holding us back. It really is holding us back, because you're not opening your eyes and you're not seeing everything that's going on. And instead you're telling yourself, oh, you know, this is just this life. If I'm good, if I'm kind, if I pray, and if I forgive, then I'm going to go to heaven. Well, where's your proof of a heaven? Because there's proof right here. There's proof that these white supremacist devils are doing whatever they can to destroy you. There's proof that they brought you Christianity. There is no proof that there's a heaven or a hell. Certainly not a heaven. So this whole promise of be passive and you'll go to heaven. Let us do as much evilness and terrorism as we can possibly do. And if you just sit idly by and pray to us and give these churches money and just stay humble and passive and just let us do what we're doing, then you could possibly go to heaven. But if you actually read the Bible, there's zero chance that anyone could actually follow the entire Bible. You can't. Okay? So that is impossible. You're following this religion that is written in this contradictory, twisty, turny, secretive, just you can't possibly follow it. But so instead you pick little parts that make you feel good. You pick parts that you think are for you. Well, that's not what even the Bible says. The Bible doesn't say you can pick different parts. If this part works for you, then follow it. If that part, then it doesn't. No, it doesn't even say that. But that's what we do anyway. So we need to just get our heads straight, okay, and realize what's in front of us. Realize what we're dealing with. I had to drink some water. I'm sorry, but we really have to realize that all these conspiracy theories are more truth than anything else. And it's sad that the disgusting government can just say, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. These are just crazy people. And then everyone just believes it. And go against what they see, what they smell, what they feel. All their senses are telling them that this is true. Let's just go back to the chemtrails. You can see the chemtrails. Okay? You can feel it because your allergies start getting really bad. My allergies start getting bad. My throat starts itching. And this is all coincidentally after a plane leaves a trail of smoke in the sky that spreads out and turns into a cloud. It's not magic and it's not an illusion. It's what is. That's what is. There's no theory. There's just you see. We need to start using our own abilities and trusting in our own eyes and ears and smells and stuff, and stop letting these disgusting demons manipulate what our truth is and what our truth isn't. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I will leave the links in the description box so that you can go ahead and read all of this. I do think everyone should read all this, because you will just see just the deviltry that these this is our government. This is what they do, okay? And then if you need to do more investigation in order for you to believe that any of this is true, then, you know, do whatever you need to do. Whether you believe it's true or not is not really up to me. It's not really going to affect me. I just want, you know, you have to know what's true to you. But this is disgusting, demonic behavior. All right. Thank you guys so much. And please like, comment, and subscribe. You just want to scroll down, push that share button. If you guys can share these videos on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It really helps out. We really need to get this kind of media out there, because they're not covering this stuff on mainstream media. They're just not. They're not telling us anything. They're keeping us in secret so that they can continue their terrorist ways. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Bye.